Power generation must be consistently reliable and cost-effective. Uninterrupted power is critical. Every generator component must be manufactured to the highest standards of quality and durability. The following video, narrated by Jack Harris of A&A, the national distributor for Airman generators, explains why we are proud to feature Airman generators on our GSA schedule, as well as on our California multiple award schedule. Here's Jack Harris.
Hello, I'm Jack Harris, the Power Generation Sales Manager at A&A, the exclusive distributor of Airman generators in North America. Today we're going to have a look at a couple of models of our rental style prime power generators. Today we have the SDG25S8E1, which is a 20 kW prime power, 22 kW standby diesel generator with the Isuzu engine. All of our products are Tier 4 final, meeting the latest in emission standards. The unit we have here is designed for rental applications. It's on a rugged, heavy-duty, over-the-road job site tough trailer. All the units come with a 24-hour sub-base fuel tank running at full load inside of 110% containment basin. The containment basin is 110% containment of all liquids, including coolant, oil, and diesel fuel. The containment is in the skid base as well as the fuel tank, and your fuel source goes with you wherever the unit goes, even if you have to take it off the trailer. All the units are in weatherproof, sound attenuated enclosures. We have weather stripping around all the doors to keep the weather out. This unit here in particular is 57 decibels at no load and 63 decibels at full load. We have Quiet Tech sound insulation here to keep our units nice and quiet. We also have a zinc aluminum magnesium alloy air ducts that prevent corrosion. The doors are all sealed with weather stripping to keep moisture and dirt out. And also in between the enclosure panels, we put weather stripping to keep dirt and moisture from getting inside the enclosure. All the enclosures are set up with stainless steel hardware and stainless steel hinges. The doors lift off hinge pins for easy serviceability. This is the Isuzu 4-cylinder diesel engine, all Tier 4 final to meet the latest emission standards. Our units from 25 kVA up to 220 kVA come with a 3-position voltage selector switch. So you have your 12208 and your 277 480 volt 3-phase, and also a single phase position for 122 40 volt single phase. All the switches are lockable to prevent inadvertent switching or unauthorized switching of the voltage. We even provide the padlock to lock the voltage selector switches. Also, we have a warning decal so that you don't switch it while the unit is in operation. All the doors and panels are all key-to-like for easily securing your generators on site. We have a powder coat finish on all the units, and we round the edges so that there's no rust can occur there. All the units come with a single point lifting eye that's capable of lifting the whole unit, including the trailer, full of fuel. I'd like to bring you to the other side of the machine and show you some more features. Everything's easy to get to as far as service goes: your oil filter, fuel filter, air filter. Your air filter also has a service indicator on it that will enunciate on the panel if the air filter is restricted. It has service extensions, so you can drain your oil and coolant outside of the enclosure, so it keeps things nice and tidy. And there's valves on the oil and coolant so that you can drain it once you remove the plug here. This unit has a 51.5 gallon diesel fuel tank, which will run the unit for 32 hours at full load. But if you needed extended runtime, we also have the ability to hook our units to an auxiliary fuel tank, a larger fuel tank. There's a 3-way valve in here, so you can put it to the external tank, plumb in your bulk tank here, and run the unit for extended periods of time. Also, this has a self-priming system, so if you run it out of fuel, very easy to get it primed again and get the unit back operational. and this is a standard feature. The outputs are behind a lockable panel here, so you can keep unauthorized people from getting in here. You have a set of single-phase receptacles here. You've got a set of duplex GFI 120s, each one with its own circuit breaker, and also a set of two 50 amp 122 40 volt twist locks with their own breaker. You also have your output lugs where you can wire directly in for three-phase and single-phase power, all behind a clear plexiglass panel to protect those lugs. Optional feature also is Camlock connections, and those Camlocks would go right here. You also retain your output lugs, so you could hook up a set of Camlocks and also hardwire into the machine at the same time. Very convenient, all behind a lockable door. Also, from our 25 kVA on up, auto start is standard, so you have a 2-wire auto start connection here, and this will work with anybody's automatic transfer switch or just a switch to start and stop the machine remotely. Standard feature. The control panel is very user-friendly, very simple to use. You have an on button and a manual start button here, which is your green, and then an auto start if you wanted to use the unit along with the transfer switch or remote start. The display here will show you all the generator features and the engine features, and will tell you your voltage, your amperage, voltage line to line, line to neutral, your output amperage, kW, kVAR, and then on the engine side it'll show you water temperature, oil pressure, and all engine parameters here. The units are set up with pre-alarms and safety shutdowns, and that would all be enunciated here on this panel if you should have any sort of pre-alarm or shutdown. Very easy to clear the alarm and get yourself back operational again. Also has selected warning lights here as to what the issue may be. But very user-friendly and bulletproof, easy to operate. It does have remote monitoring capability, all in this digital control panel here. The SDG25 is also available with a heavy-duty over-the-road trailer that's built job site tough. If you'll notice, it has recessed LED lights that keep them from getting damaged, and if they do, they're very easily replaceable. The trailer is completely powder-coated for durability and resistant against corrosion. The fenders also are bolt-on, so if a fender should get bent for some reason, they're very easily replaceable. And this 25 comes with a torsional axles. I'll move you to the front of the machine and I'll show you a few features up there too. The trailer for the SDG25 includes a lockable tool box, which is located here for convenience. You can store cables and other accessories here. And like all of our units, it comes with a heavy-duty adjustable jack stand and an adjustable height hitch, and it's available with 2-inch ball, 2 5/16, and your 3-inch pintle hitch. Heavy-duty safety chains with hooks are standard on all of our units, and the tank once again is contained within the unit. It is not part of the trailer, and then we also have drains here for anything that should get in the containment basin or to drain the fuel for any reason. All very easy to get to and very convenient. Next, I'd like to introduce the SDG65. This is a 52 kW prime power generator, 56 kW standby. A lot of similar features to the SDG25 that we just looked at. We have 110% containment skid base for all the liquids in the unit. This unit has a 111 gallon tank, which is capable of running the unit 28.5 hours at full load. Isuzu diesel engine. Everything's very easy to get to. Once again, your 3-position lockable, a voltage selector switch. You have your 3-way fuel valve here, your Quiet Tech insulation, your ZAM air ducts, all the weather stripping, stainless steel hardware, air filter easy to get to with the service indicator, all in a powder-coated, heavy-duty, very robust enclosure, rounded edges, powder coat finish. Once again, similar features, very easy to service. We have your fuel priming pump and your service extension, so you can drain your oil and coolant outside of the enclosure, and a single point lifting eye that's capable of picking up the generator full of fuel, including the trailer. This unit is 59 decibels at 23 feet no load, 65 at full load. This is the output panel of the SDG65. It's lockable. All your electrical connections are back here. You have a set of lugs here for hard wiring for 3-phase and single phase, and also your convenience receptacles, 2 sets of duplexes. They're GFI, they have their own breakers, and 3 sets of 120, 240 volt, 50 amp twist locks with their own breakers. Auto start once again is standard. If you equip this unit with the optional Camlocks, the Camlock panel goes right here, and we also retain our lugs. So you can hook up your Camlocks and still hardwire into the lugs. You'll see a lot of similarities between the SDG65 and the 25. We like to keep things similar, so they're very easy to use and very serviceable. The 65 also has the Deep Sea 7310 controller. It's a digital controller, very easy to use. It'll give you all your parameters for both your electrical output and your engine parameters here, as well as pre-alarms and warnings. Very easy to use. Your mainline circuit breakers here. Once again, we incorporate a emergency stop button outside of the control panel. The units all come with instructions and operation manuals, as well as parts manuals. That's all standard. The control panel is all weather tight and sealed, so you're not getting any moisture and dirt inside. I'd like to introduce to you ANA's Smart Load automatic load bank system. This system was developed to eliminate light loading issues and wet stacking with Tier 4 final engines. Generators used on job sites and applications could be running lightly loaded, which will cause wet stacking issues, costly service calls, and possibly costly repairs. We can eliminate all those things, including nuisance shutdowns, by installing a smart load on our generators. On top of the machine, you'll see the smart load. This is an automatic resistive load bank system that when the load on the electrical demand falls below 30%, the smart load will come on and supplement load up to 75% to make sure that the engine is operating in an optimal range to promote regen and also not to cause any wet stacking issues. The unit will also turn off automatically if the load reaches 75% or more. It's instantaneous, so if there's motor starting or a big inrush, it automatically turns off. Our system is a little different, and the way we use the resistive load bank, we're using a coil-over resistor design. We're not using heating coils. The coil-over resistor design runs much cooler, and they do not glow red. And it's the same style of resistors that are being used in locomotives and mining haul trucks. This is a very robust, durable system that's designed to take abuse of bouncing down a road like a job site, on a mining site, or in a rail car application where it's continuous use. So we feel that this is the most rugged, dependable, and durable system on the market. This is the best way to maintain your machine while it's out in the field. It also has some other advantages that if you have a larger machine in your inventory and you need a smaller machine, you could send the larger machine out with the smart load on it and you won't have any wet stacking issues. This will help you increase your utilization on your units and also create more revenue. Customers typically oversize generators when they ask for one, so you can kind of give the customer what he wants and not have to worry about any repairs or service calls on your units if you equip them with smart load.